how you saw some different theme parks from around the world. So now, with me keeping up with budgeting and things like that, let's talk about the theme park in the United States that is the most famous, that has some franchises throughout the world, okay? So, I can remember on a live recently with Mr. Burns, that's the Solomon Project. And remember, he is not giving you financial advice. Where it was brought up that fast food is indicative of what's going to happen to people, particularly the middle and lower classes. The same can also be said for theme parks. So I'm going to read y'all this quick article, which I won't say is really quick. This is actually one of the longer articles, and then we can discuss it, and I can give you my input on it. So without further ado, here's the article. For decades, a trip to a Disney park has been the quintessential American family vacation. But now soaring prices are forcing some to turn their backs on the happiest place on earth. At minimal, entry to Disney World cost $119 per person, making it increasingly unaffordable for families. Mom of two, Jordan Pinson, says that despite being a lifelong Disney devotee, spiraling costs mean she and her husband have decided to stop going. It's heartbreaking, she told the Daily Mail. It's a place where I grew up. I got engaged there. I had my honeymoon there. It's a big part of my life. She explained that while typically the family would travel to Disney parks like Magic Kingdom up to 4 times a year, they have given up on their annual passes and are suspending visits completely. When we started with our annual passes in 2016, they were $100. Now they're $1,700 per person, even for my 3-year-old, Pinson explained. I also feel that the perks have gone down. The price of tickets to the park have also increased, as well as things like character dining. Character dining offers park goers the chance to share a meal with beloved figures such as Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. This has gone up from $50 per person to $75, which can add up quickly for families, Pinson said. She estimates that park tickets alone have almost doubled in cost, meaning she has to shell out around $600 before even stepping foot inside. As Pinson and others know all too well, it hasn't always been this expensive to get a Disney fix. When Disney World first opened in Orlando in 1971, ticket cost $3.50, equivalent to around $27.78 today. As the years have passed, the park has grown in size from 43 to 47 square miles and drastically increasing its offerings. Back on opening day, Disney World's Magic Kingdom had 23 rides and attractions. Today, the park has 66 rides across all 4 theme parks and 2 water parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Typhoon Lagoon, and Blizzard Beach. But many say that the price is no longer justifiable at a time when many families are already feeling the pinch. Disney message boards are awash with park goers admitting defeat. While we can afford Disney, I find it hard to justify the cost on a regular basis, one mom wrote. We are planning to go in 2025 because our kids would like to go, but it would likely be our last trip. We pay a ton of money to stay in a cramped room when we could pay less and get a larger suite or villa on the beach with a full kitchen, which is far more enjoyable to me. The last time we did a full, as in on-site week trip to WDW, Walt Disney World, of course, as a family of 5 in 2019, I got a Caribbean beach resort for $180 a night, which is about the max I was willing to pay for that room, another mom wrote. It took us a bit to save up for that, but not too astronomically long. I thought that was a pretty great trip. Fast forward 5 years later, I'm working full time now and so make almost double what I was making. And looking at prices now, it doesn't seem worth it to save up for. According to Fortune, 50 years ago, a family of four could visit for 262 in today's dollars. In 1998, when Animal Kingdom came to life, a family of four could still enjoy a peak season day at the parks for less than 300 in today's money. Fast forward to 2025, and that same average family faces a staggering 766 pre-tax bill for four one-day peak season tickets. This doesn't even include adding extras such as $40 lighting lane passes, which are designed skip long lines but can't even be used on every ride. Financial analysts say that with expensive add-ons like line skip passes, Disney has created a pay-to-play model where you need to spend extra for a better, more worthwhile experience. Airlines have adopted a similar model by offering premium seats, better food, and more luggage allowances for a higher price. Fortune also found that over the last 10 years, Disney World ticket prices have grown at almost 9 times the rate of inflation. Unfortunately for park visitors, as ticket prices have swelled, so have the price tags on merchandise and refreshments. The infamous Beauty and the Beast theme Be Our Guest restaurant, set in Grand Castle-like dining room, charges $72 for a prix lunch menu and $43 for children. At Casey's Corner, a quick-serve American eatery, a hot dog will set you back up to $15.99. Even at the simple refreshment carts scattered around the park, a bottle of Coke sells for $4.50. For those above the age of 21 who want to enjoy an alcoholic beverage at one of the park's bars, like the Beak and Barrel, you can expect to pay an average of $20 for a cocktail or up to $46 if you want the Plunder's Punch in a souvenir pirate skull mug. It feels like I have to spend $5,000 for it to not only be enjoyable, but really just to ensure we actually get access to the rides we want to ride, says Sarah Marmonleggio told Fortune. However, Disney World strategist Allie Mae told the Daily Mail that there are ways to do Disney on a budget. Her top tip is to stay at a value resort, a budget family themed accommodation at Disney World. There are 5 to choose from: All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, All-Star Sports, Pop Century, and Art of Animation. They typically range from $130 to $350 plus per night. By comparison, fancier resorts with better amenities typically start at $500 per night. May also suggests budgeters should opt for quick service meals, a dining plan that she says is much cheaper than a sit-down meal. It costs approximately $60 per day for each adult and $25 for children. Meanwhile, other U.S. theme parks have managed to keep morale high while keeping costs low. Nobles in Leesburg, Virginia charges up to $58 for a ride all-day ticket, but entry to the park itself is free. Nobles was ranked 3rd in the top 10 best U.S. amusement parks and water parks. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. About Universal Studios and most Disney parks. Though the Magic Kingdom park did place 2nd. Noble's guest experience director Stacy Utko told the Daily Mail the success is a testament to the passion of our team and the loyalty of our guests, many of whom return year after year to create new memories with their families. Nobles is America's largest free admission amusement park and offers free parking, entertainment, and picnic facilities. This means guests can choose what they want to spend their hard-earned money on during their visit, she continued. For example, thanks to our pay-per-ride option, some guests choose to visit for dinner, catch a free show, and stop by our giant reel to take in the views before heading out. Yutko said that while the Nobles family, who have run the park since 1925, 100 years, continue to enhance what they offer guests, their vision has been consistent. For Pinson, the decision to bid farewell to Disney is not one she's taken lightly, and she hasn't ruled out returning in a few years after saving up. My eldest daughter has been going since she was really little. She keeps asking all the time when we're going back. She said, of course, because she's not paying for it. It breaks my heart for her. For now, the family has their sights set on nearby Dollywood, which is currently offering one-day entry tickets for $29.95. I think the perks are better, and my youngest can in for free. Maybe get in for free, Pinson explained. We're seeking other adventures, taking smaller trips for now. I don't like to throw this in a relative's face. Years ago, I had a relative that kept promising we'd go to Disney World, and when I planned out the trip and had the cost, the person had the nerve to get mad in the 90s when Disney was affordable because they got tired of me asking. In time, I let it go. I don't hold the grudge about it. To this day, and I guess because I'm in the Northwest and we have things, and I've been to Knott's Berry Farm in California once. Knott's Berry Farm, though I heard it's getting spendy itself, taught me one valuable lesson. The Disney parks aren't the cure-all to be-all. I would say by the time I got to my 30s, not even before that, I had come to the conclusion that Disney theme parks are overrated. I'm not saying I'll never go. I'm not saying I'll never have the money to go. It's just not something that I'm going to go out of my way to plan a trip to go. It's one of those things, if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Here's the thing. It goes back to what I said at the beginning of this video, that this type of theme park is indicative of how life is going to be in the future. Some of you listening to me now went to Disney World at least once in your childhood. I never did. I planned it. I tried my best to go, and the person probably really didn't want to spend the money or didn't have the money, but kept promising we'd go, and we never went. So take it on the cuff. Then you have stories of kids getting attacked by alligators, or the fact because you're in that swampy area near Orlando, there's no guarantee that a rattlesnake won't bite you. So Disney is the greatest place on earth to a degree. So it has its flaws like everything else. Me personally, if I came across money and had kids, we'd be all off in the Pacific Rim. They would know the Pacific Islands. I don't know what it is about that, but I think those places are beautiful. So if I'm going to spend money like that, let me go to Tahiti, let me go to Fiji, let me go to Tonga. Let me go to New Zealand. Let me go to Australia. That's just me. People are locking their experiences into this one thing. And I understand nostalgia. But you must understand the world is changing. They also mention airlines. Here's the thing. All you have to do is use the CPI index, and it'll tell you that the prices are doubling, which I would say, because I've used the CPI index in some capacity in my life recently, they're really quadrupling. Disney's doing this on purpose. Why? Because they want to curate a new experience for new types of people, meaning that they now want upper middle class to high class money. I think I saw the writing on the wall years ago when a celebrity, and I won't say the name because I don't remember and can't remember where I found this, and I didn't find it in time for this video, rented out that whole Cinderella's castle for their child's birthday, and they were hardly the first ones to do that. Disney then was setting itself up as a place that if you are not a very well known, seen on television or seen in Fortune and different magazines type of person, they see no need to go out of their way to cater to you. Now, this is my opinion because I don't want them coming back suing me. I never said I would not go to any Disney theme park. Now, if I did, I'd prefer to go to the one in Tokyo because I was told that one is the best one in the world, but we don't have to have those conversations. Then again, I'm out here near California, so Disneyland might work, but I was told Disney Tokyo is where it's at. But we'll leave it at that. It's just not a place that I personally want to go. What they're telling you with this theme parks, as they are fast food, is that if you want to get into certain things now, it's going to be a highly curated experience. Trust and believe Disney's doing this on purpose. They can sit and give you all this song and dance and stuff. It doesn't have to be that expensive to get in that park. They're going to want to, with AI and stuff, to continue to innovate. And that means that innovation was meant to come at your expense. And while I know people are heartbroken, it's okay to change traditions and go different places. There are some people whose whole summers are about camping with their family, and those are the happiest families ever because you get to make your own food, go in that park, and make that experience what you want it to be. And shouldn't that be what the future holds, that you make it what you want? Because if I'm wealthy and I can make it what I want, like I told you, I'm all off in the Pacific Realm, boo-boo. If I could make it what I want, I'd rent a whole boat if I was rich enough and spend a few days in the Galapagos if I'm making it what I want. What I want people to understand in listening to this rant is that the future is going to be a highly curated experience for the haves, and it's going to be a continuous struggle for the have-nots. These signs had been showing themselves for a while, but because you didn't physically see anything, you could just brush it off as talk and wash your hands clean of it and tell yourself that it's not a big deal. Me personally, I'm not a mother, but if I ever were, and God willing, that's up to him. I never saw Disney World once I got old enough to understand life and travel, was in the Navy. I never saw Disneyland as something I have to put on a bucket list for my children. If anything, this article's funny because I actually thought Dollywood would be the preferred choice for my children. Not even Six Flags, and I think I went there once as a kid and can't even remember it because I have a fear of getting on all those rides. So, that's the thing. You're going to have to shift according to your budget, or you're going to have to start making moves that's going to make you a better person. All right, tell me what y'all think. Do you think Disney is an indicative of the future? And what this means for curated experiences? All right, talk to y'all soon.